I'm really excited to talk to you guys today about veterinary medical support staff, educational pathways to get you where you want to be in your career. Let's get started. All right, educational pathways. So before we jump into the schools that can help you get you where you want to be, I want to make sure that you understand that you have to be board eligible. So what does that mean? It means before you commit to school and all of the financial stuff that goes along with it, you need to contact the veterinary medical board or the pharmacy board and make sure that you're eligible. Mostly, these are for folks that if you have a misdemeanor that is not traffic related, or if you have any felonies, because those are things that the veterinary medical board and the pharmacy board will not allow you to sit for the exam. So please make sure you know that you're eligible before you invest all the time and money into school. So what is your goal? Everybody's going to have a different goal, and it's totally okay if your goals change as you go through this. Do you want to get a bachelor's? Do you want to get a master's? You need to make informed decisions now. Not all colleges are the same, and not all colleges will transfer to one another. So what is the difference in schools? The two big schools that we see are private schools, and trade schools fall under that private school umbrella. And then we also have a second group of community college, state college, and university. So private schools have their own criteria for curriculum, and they will not transfer to community, state, or university. Now, community college, state college, and university will all transfer between each other, but they will not transfer private schools and trade schools. So this is why it's critical that you know what your end game is. We want to make sure that we start you off on the right school right from the beginning. So let's talk about private school for a minute. Penn Foster is probably the most popular option that we have with VCA because we have a partnership with them and a rather large scholarship program as well. The pros are you can do it at your own pace, but I want to be clear about this. Penn Foster has a 9-month per semester deadline. So if you're like me, that can be a tough thing to negotiate. Because if you tell me I have 9 months to finish a semester, I can always find something more important I have to do right now. So for me, that system wouldn't work. I need something with weekly deadlines. The other thing about Penn Foster is you have 3 years to complete the total program. The tracks are accelerated, so you can get where you want to go if you're motivated to get the coursework done, and you get a VCA discount. So now let's talk a minute about the cons of it, though. It's at your own pace. So we listed that as a pro, right? Like I mentioned before, it can also be a con. In a world where most people attended brick and mortar schools through high school, this is a completely different style of learning, and it's not for everyone, and that is okay. Units, like we talked about, may not transfer to any other private university, and they will not transfer to community college, state college, or state university. The education in this program is condensed. Some of the feedback I've gotten is that some of the students that have gone through the program felt that it might have had gaps in it. And private schools usually can be more expensive. So let's talk about community college, state college, and university. The pros are transferable to any community college, state college, or state university. There's so many class options available. You can also do a double major or a major minor. That's up to you. Most of these programs, all of these programs actually that I'm aware of, have assignment deadline based on classes that are on fixed semesters or quarters. So what does that mean? That means that every Friday or every Saturday or every Sunday, whatever they deem the weekly deadline to be, that assignment is due. And come rain or shine, that semester is only 3 or 4 months long, depending on if they're on semester or quarter units. The nice thing about community college, state college, and university that is becoming more popular now is they have accelerated, they call them mini semesters. So these are classes that are 1 or 2 months long that you can take and get your your general education stuff done and get it done efficiently and move on to the next one rather quickly. The nice thing about these programs too is that you have transferability to get your bachelor's and master's at other universities. Now, one thing I wanted to point out is we have a partnership with the American Animal Hospital Association, so AAHA. AAHA's program, which is the Distance Education Veterinary Technician Program, or the DEVTP, that program is based at a Cedar Valley College in Texas. It's a community college. So you can sign up for the DEVTP, that's a community college-based program, get a VCA discount for the veterinary technician program there, and move yourself through at an accelerated rate if you'd like. Again, you can only go as fast as the semesters go, but you can complete that semester as fast as you're able to, but you will have weekly deadlines. Okay, let's talk about some cons on community college, state college, and university. It can take longer because of those fixed semesters. Even though you can work ahead, you're still going to need to wait for the semester to close before the next semester starts. It can also be more expensive per unit, and the number of units needed to graduate can be higher. So currently, there's no VCA-sponsored scholarships available for the community college, state college, and university programs that are outside of the veterinary technology program. And that includes the bachelor's and master's programs. So if you're taking your general ed stuff, you want to make sure that you're getting that done. If you're going to go through Cedar Valley, you can get it done through them. But if you're going to take the extra general ed that you need to get your bachelor's or master's, you need to look at which options are best for you. Okay, let's talk about our first path, CVA, Certified Veterinary Assistant. Now, I want to take a minute and mention that this is a California title. So you may not have this title if you're watching this video in another state. Sometimes they have other titles for them like AVA. But in California, Certified Veterinary Assistant still falls under the California Veterinary Medical Board's definition of an assistant. However, these are folks that have gone to trade schools or private schools, completed a 9 or 12-month program. You've done 20 to 40 hours of hospital externships, and you're graduating with a certificate of completion. All right, RVT. RVT, the alternative route for RVT, which is no degree, is a California-only option. And I want to caution you guys against this, just to consider that if you're ever planning on leaving California and maybe moving to another state and you want to continue as a RVT or LVT or CVT, this is not the path I would recommend for you, because this alternative route may prohibit you from getting a license in another state because they won't recognize this way of getting to your license. But in this route, you've completed a combination of 20 semester units or 30 quarter units or 300 hours of specific education and 4,416 hours of directed clinical practice where the doctor is signing off on your task list. This is a great route for those who are already working in veterinary medicine. The coursework has to be completed within 5 years prior to taking the exam, and the practical experience must be documented and signed by the veterinarian. Again, please be mindful, this is California only. Now let's talk about that. What if you're in another state and you're moving to California and you want to get your license? If you're licensed in another state, California recognizes licensed, certified, or registered as an RVT to take the exam, as long as they have 4,416 hours of directed clinical practice and no less than 24 months with a licensed veterinarian. So it is possible to get your license coming in from another state. Okay, let's talk about associate's degrees. Associate's degree in veterinary technology, there are lots of on-campus and online options. You can visit avma.org and search for CVTEA for the complete list of schools. And there's a lot of them, and schools are getting added all the time. Usually these are 2-year programs. They can be at your own pace. So that means that you can get them done faster or you can take longer. It's totally up to you. Popular online options, we've got, like we talked about, the AAHA Distance Education Veterinary Technician Program, and we also have Penn Foster. Remember that if you start one of those, if you start in the DEVTP, you'll need to finish in a community college setting. If you start Penn Foster, you're going to have to finish with Penn Foster because those units will not transfer. Okay, bachelor's degrees in veterinary technology. This is so exciting. The on-campus option that is probably one of the best programs in California, in my opinion, is the one that's offered by Cal Poly Pomona. Their program is strictly on campus, and the students that graduate from that program are absolutely fabulous. If you're like me and you don't have time for on-campus programs, I think we have some pretty awesome online options. Tarleton State University has an online bachelor's program with 3 major options. You can do small animal, large animal, or practice management. St. Petersburg State University, I've heard lots of really wonderful things from its graduates. They have 3 majors as well: practice management, clinical applications, and a combination of both. And then Kansas State University has a bachelor's with an emphasis on practice management. So all 3 of these programs have really strong, really great reputations. If you're wondering about getting more information, I encourage you to reach out to the schools, talk to their admissions folks. They're all very eager and willing and happy to help. Master's degrees in veterinary technology. Now, this is new on the scene. It's pretty exciting. There's only a few programs out right now, but it's exciting to see them come out. The 2 that I know of at this point in time are the University of Missouri Masters of Veterinary Biomedical Technology with an emphasis on surgery and anesthesia, as well as the University of Florida, which has a Masters of Veterinary Forensics. So those are both pretty exciting fields. It's exciting to see more of the advanced degrees come out for veterinary technicians. And again, please check in on that AVMA CVTEA distance learning page to see what colleges are added. All right, let's take a moment and talk about VTS, because VTS is a fabulous option. There are no requirements as to how an RVT, LVT, CVT was attained. It's a fantastic path for those that have little or no college education to attain an advanced certificate another way. The exams and application process are subjected and created by the members of that academy board. All academies report to the CVTS board. The CVTS board makes the determinations as to if the VTS academies are allowed to continue or if they're disbanded. Please note that if there's no sustained growth within a VTS, the CVTS board can revoke the academy, making the VTS invalid. So that's a lot of information. On a personal note, I have tremendous respect for people who have VTS, because these are folks that are extremely driven, they are very smart, and they put in a tremendous amount of work to get to where they want to be. Now, with all of that said, the VTS route is not for everybody, and that's okay. If the VTS route sounds like something you want to go for, you should absolutely go for it, but know that it is going to take your full attention to get there. If you want more information about the VTS, you can visit navta.net. They've got some great resources there. All the academies have their different requirements up, so you can find the academy that you're passionate about and get your information straight from them. All right, we're going to transition gears here a little bit. We're going to switch on over to pharmacy technicians. The first one we're going to talk about is RPHT, or Registered Pharmacy Technicians. This is a state license. RPHTs can only work in the state that they're licensed in. To be eligible to take the exam, you have to have completed at least one of these options. So the first one is completed coursework or graduation from a pharmacy technician school. They have 2 different routes. They have a 9-month coursework program, which is kind of like an alternative route. There's no degree in that 9-month program. Or there's an associate's degree program from a 2-year program. That associate's degree is a great way to go. If you really look at it, you're spending 3 more months in school and you're coming out with a degree. Now, pharmacy technicians, just like veterinary technician schools, they have private options and they have state community college options as well. So you need to find the one that works best for you. Now, for RPHTs, there's also 3 other routes that you can go that don't involve any school. One is that you have already passed the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board and have a current CPhT, or you've already passed the National Healthcare Association Pharmacy Technician Certification Program, that's EXCPT, or you've come out of the military with pharmacy training from one of our military branches. So you have other options to sit for the exam, but if you're looking to take the educational route, again, make sure that you pick the route that will see you through to where you want to go. All right, for a complete list of approved schools, I want to encourage you to visit your state pharmacy board website. They're going to have the list of all of the accredited schools. And why is that important? It's important because in order for you to sit for the exam, you have to have graduated from an approved school. VCA does also offer a discount on the 9-month program offered through Penn Foster. So if you want more information about that, please feel free and email me and I can connect you with the wonderful folks at the support office. Now, CPhT. CPhT, or Certified Pharmacy Technician, this is a national license. CPhTs can work anywhere in the US. To be eligible to take the exam, you have to have completed at least one of these options: a PTCB recognized education or training program. So again, you're going to visit that PTCB website to get the list of approved schools that they have on their site. And the second option, which is kind of fantastic for our veterinary assistants and RVTs that have been working in the practice for a while and are maybe looking to grow their knowledge or maybe shift gears in their veterinary career, is the equivalent work experience as a pharmacy technician, a minimum 500 hours, will serve as an alternative path for folks to sit for the exam. So anybody who's been working in a hospital for at least a year has those 500 hours. So this is a great option. This is a great opportunity for career development and career growth without having to do a whole lot of school. You will have to study for that exam. That exam is serious and it's got a lot of stuff that we do in veterinary medicine, but it has a lot of stuff that they do in human medicine that we don't encompass yet. So for more study resources on that, you feel free and email me. We do have a study group for both RVT as well as CPhT. So we're here to support you guys, whichever path you choose. Certified pharmacy technicians have the ability to specialize. Currently, they offer certified compound sterile preparation, certificates in medication history, and technician product verification certificates. But the one I'm super excited about is veterinary pharmacy specialist, which I'm told should be coming out soon. Now, for those that are passionate about pharmacy, you don't have to stop at an associate's. They absolutely have a Bachelors of Pharmacy, which is an undergraduate program. Classes are available on campus or online. You're going to want to check with the pharmacy board to make sure that you're going for an approved school. And if you want to take it even the next step further, there's a doctorate in pharmacy. So a PharmD, it is a graduate level program. When you graduate, you have a doctorate in pharmacy, and that is what we call pharmacists. Sometimes the term pharmacist and pharmacy technician are used interchangeably, but they're really not. A pharmacy technician is like an RVT, and a pharmacist would be like the veterinarian. And then the really cool thing about getting your doctorate in pharmacy is that they also have veterinary specialization once you have your doctorate. So other educational paths that can help you grow in veterinary medicine. This video is just meant to touch on the ones that are the most popular and we have the most need for right now in our hospitals. But I want to make sure you know, if you have a passion for radiology, MRCT, ultrasound, surgical instrumentation, medical coding, healthcare management or administration, maybe you want to become a certified veterinary practice manager. Maybe you want to get a bachelor's in business, a master's in business. These are all paths that you can take to grow your career. If you need help navigating these or getting connections with schools, please reach out to me. My email will be at the end of the presentation. I'm here to help support whichever path you want to grow. And find your passion. Go for it. You have such a huge support base here with VCA. Even if it's just one class at a time, you will get there. I have a lot of folks that reach out to me and say, well, I can't take 6 classes right now. So take one. Take one class, because at the end of the semester, that's one more class you've got done. That's it for now, you guys. I hope you found this helpful. Please feel free and reach out to me. My email is fawn.nyvold@vca.com. I'm here to support you guys and help you reach your educational and career goals. Thanks, everybody.